All right, y'all. This might be the last episode of the regular season. We got 4 weeks, and I'm looking at all these games. This is a ton of games. But again, I can't actually make moves or do anything until the offseason anyway. And as of right now, we're going to be a playoff team. So I think it's probably best that we speed through this because we need to. Now, I decided to load in some sliders, obviously. I mentioned that in the last episode because the 2 of the 3 games that we've played on this channel, we've dominated. And then the first game we played, it was the first game. And we didn't dominate. We lost by 2, but it wasn't great. So I loaded in some sliders that should make the AI smarter. And we'll see if that's the case. We might jump into a game or 2 in these last couple weeks, but this is just chillaxing. And if you want to know the sliders, I'll put it in the description. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the creator's name, but it ain't nothing for me to just go through my watch history, right? Give me a second. Shady Mike. Shout out to Shady Mike. I'll put the link in the description. This first game against OKC was a 2-point game where we ended up winning. That's dope. We need all the wins that we can get. We've done some scouting. I don't know around what pick we're going to have, but I know a decent amount of these prospects anyway. This is the only year we're going to have real prospects. After this, we'll have auto-generated dudes. Second game is also a win. The boys are hooping. We want to stay in that 6 and above spot so we don't have to play to get in. A win right here will be dope, but I didn't expect us to actually stop Jokic 2 times in a row. That's completely okay. So we're fighting up against the Heat, the Hawks, and the Knicks. The Heat, we got one more time. The Hawks, we got one more time. And that's it. We don't go against the Knicks at all. These back-to-back games against Cleveland are clutch. They are a really good team. They're a really good team. You obviously know that. And I don't expect us to win both of them. But I do expect us to at least get one. And we don't. So as of right now, we would be a play-in team. We would have the home court advantage in the play-in, but we still be a playoff team. 3-game loser streak. Again, this Heat game is important. They've already clinched the fact that they're at least a play-in team. We ain't even got that far just yet. A win right here will be spectacular, and we get it. Great. Shout out to our guy, Mikal Bridges, having a big old game. 17 points per game in the season so far. 26 in this one. Spencer Dinwiddie was great as well, and we prevented Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo was injured. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. I just didn't see him because he ain't do nothing. It's okay. He had a solid game. I can't lie. But I didn't see him because I'm just not looking. Next, Orlando Magic. Please win this one. These are the ones that we 100% got to win. I am simcasting these last couple games because every win matters. And if it's a close game with 2 minutes to go, best believe we'll jump in. Because I do want to get y'all some gameplay in pretty much every episode if we can. I don't want it to be strictly simulation. So I'm going to see if this is an opportunity. It's going against the Rockets. They ain't really ready for us. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of history because they got our picks, we got their picks. It's a lot of finagling going on, but we end up getting this win, and it's a game where a lot of people put up double digits, which is beautiful. The Atlanta Hawks, again, a team that we are competing with. We have clutched our spot and at least the play-in. That's not a surprise. We knew that was coming, but it happened, and that's all I care about. So this game right here is actually extremely important. If they keep it close, we can go in there and set it up, but they ain't keeping it. Yes, they are. Yes, they aren't. The boys are here, baby. Huge win. Huge win. We catapult them. We tied with the same record, but we have the tiebreaker in that matchup. So we have that, and that's amazing. We're going against the Jazz in the next game, and the Jazz are at this point 11 games under. They have not been winning a lot of games recently. Let me double check and see exactly what their last 10 games look like. I'm just gonna assume that they haven't been very good. 3-7 in their last 10, but they are currently on a 2-game streak, so they could do it. I mean, they are a solid team. They have Larry Market, who's an all-star. They have some other pieces. You can lose any game on any night in the NBA, and you kind of seeing that right now. This is one of those games, though, where down by 10 with 4 minutes against the Jazz, I feel like I can win this. So I'm gonna jump in. Again, first time I'm using these new sliders. The difficulty starts off as Hall of Fame, but it ends up being something different. Eventually, let's see the points for Cam Thomas with a big game so far. Mikal struggling out here. Dorian Finney-Smith is taking a lot of shots, struggling. On their side, the high end is Colin Sexton and Jordan Clarkson, and Larry Market is struggling to shoot, but he's got 17 points. And they picked up IT, 11 points per game for IT. Shout out to my guy. It's a dumb game to jump into. I don't know. Down by 10 with 4 minutes to go on new sliders. Don't sound like a great recipe for us. But again, I don't feel like we should have trouble getting stops. I think if anything, it's our offense that can, that might be trouble. Because this team doesn't have a ton of options. But again, they're supposed to be smarter. I see that cut. 5 seconds to go. They're supposed to be smarter. And no, ref. No way. Can't believe the ref just called that. But part of the sliders that we adjusted increased the odds of getting a shooting foul, a blocking foul, all of those things. It's supposed to play more normal to the regular NBA, and that's what we're experimenting with right now. We'll probably give these sliders a little bit of a chance. If they aren't great, then we'll switch this to a different one or something. Cam, get around it, Cam. There you go. There you go. And he's too little. There I mean, he's about to say stats. Honestly, Collin Sexton might even be tall. I don't know. Okay, now let's get the stops. No fouls. Down by 9. Joe Harris, 0 points on the day. And in some very crucial minutes because he's more of a threat. You know, he's more of a threat even if he ain't scoring. Good defense from our guy, Nicholas Claxton. We run. Cam, downhill. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have to realize the circumstances and that we're down. We cannot be taking some hero ball shots, Cam. And that's right around the corner for my best defensive player getting beat. It's basketball. Anybody can get beat. But dang, that was about as easy as could get. Shout out to JC. If we can't get it to 5 with a minute and a half to go, we're going to count our losses and say that this is one of them. I'm so mad at myself. Yeah, it's probably not smart to jump into a game when you're down by a significant amount with new settings and what is... Oh, thank you, because I'm about to say this man, Jordan Clarkson, is cooking Mikal Bridges. A roll for Claxton. That should be an easy dunk. Thank you. Thank you, Clax. Pretty simple so far. Pretty simple. We needed that basket desperately, and now we cut it down. It's back to 9. We keep cutting it down to 9. We can't get it down further. Jordan Clarkson, that's no good, right? Thank you. Good rebound, Cam. Outlet it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. But we can't just sit here and waste a bunch of time. So whatever play we doing, it's got to be quick, bro. There we go. We set a nice screen. Roll for me. He didn't roll exactly where I wanted him to. Let's reset. Let's reset. See, I don't want to reset, though. Mikal has to get the shot up. This wraps. This is a game that I shouldn't have jumped into. I thought that there was a possibility. Underestimated the sliders and underestimated Jordan Clarkson, apparently, because he is the dude. They run it through him. Larry Markin ain't touched the ball. It's the whole JC show. And I was about to say, if he got a bucket there. All right, this is our last opportunity. If we don't score here, we walk out of here and just say we lost. My guy Claxton running the floor. We got to reward him. I still believe I have a chance. I know I said if we ain't get it down to 5, but I still believe I have a chance. So I'm standing in this one. I'm standing in this one. But if they score again, no, you don't help. No, you don't help off. That's Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay with the contested shot. He missed those. The rebound. Outlet it to my shooting guard. I'm going to need to stop and pop Mikal Bridges. I'm going to need to stop and pop Mikal. 4-point game. Minute to go. 4-point game. Big clutch shot, though. Big clutch shot from our best player. I was a little bit afraid that I wasn't going to hit it because it's been about 5-6 days. Jordan Clarkson, bro. Oh, my God, man. He is so nice right now. We might have to try to figure out how to trade for him later in this series because, boy, he is out here hooping. Joe Harris. Thank you, Joe. Look at the setup from Cam Thomas, by the way. Joe's first basket of the game comes with 50 seconds left, bringing it down to 3. Now, JC's tired. So is Mikal. And hopefully, the defensive legs are better than the offensive legs. A screen, a contested 3. It wasn't even contested. He just missed it. Come on, we running. 30 seconds to go. We need a basket right here. Mikal Bridges off a double screen. I like this. You got to hit the screens, though. He missed the screens, bro. Oh, my God. What is happening? It's breaking down, but Mikal is open. Deep 3. Bang! Mikal Bridges ties it up with 18 seconds to go. Get the stop. Get the stop. Mikal is no longer tired, which is great. He needed that. And JC is. And you know his A button don't work. They going extra big. They got Azubuike in the game. 5 seconds to go. Stay on them. 3 seconds to go. What the heck was that? What? Open? It says open? That was considered an open? We're going to OT, and I will not be playing OT unless it's close. I'm gonna keep it consistent. We're gonna simcast. OT. And look at the comeback from the guys, though. Look at the comeback from the guys, though. All right, here we go. It's looking good. Not a lot of scoring going on to overtime, but enough for us to walk out of there with a win. That is huge. Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas and Nicholas Claxton. It's kind of a 3-man show. And, of course, we did get the one shot from Joe Harris. But those 3 dudes just came up clutch in those last couple minutes. I'm actually super happy that we jumped into that. With that win, we are a half a game above the Atlanta Hawks, going into a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have a very similar record than us. The last week of the NBA regular season is going down to the nitty-gritty. I would love for us to win this one, but it's not looking likely until it was. who am I? Now I can't jump into every single game, but I do really like gameplay, and I like playing the game right now. Cam Johnson has 20. Nicholas Claxton is normal double. On their side, Karl-Anthony Towns is killing us, so we got to figure him out in this last minute or so. But here we go. Now they're running a big lineup of both of they have 3 centers on the court. I just realized. Steph Curry. My brain. The help in the game is going ridiculous in the bad sense. I'll take it because it's benefiting us. But boy, they are helping off the wrong people. That's a steal and that's a bucket. Yep. We cannot be running this lineup of Ben Simmons being at the 5 when they're running 3 centers plus Kyle Anderson, who is a big forward. We have the lead. We can slow down and take down this clock a little bit, but we got to go. Let's go, Cam. 14 points, no assists for him. See if he can make something happen, make something shake. He's struggling to get there. Mikal, save us, Mikal. That's a good look. Bang! Oh, my God. We can't miss. We can't miss. Here we go. Oh, that's a good shot, too, though. Oh, they missed, though. Get it out of Ben's hands. Now, part of the new sliders have the difficulty of making a free throw higher. So we'll see if we can knock at least one of these down. I definitely have to get in Claxton, though. He's a little bit tired, but we need the rebounding. I need to put in some more Oh, I didn't take out Ben Simmons because I thought we were in the bonus. That's an L, but it's okay. They'll foul Cam, and Cam is definitely a better free throw shooter than Ben Simmons ever was. The first one is up and in. It's a 5-point game with 28 seconds to go. I feel pretty good about getting out of here. But with us jumping into those two, new rule, we cannot jump into any other games going down to the last couple. So whatever happens, happens. They almost still won that game, which is crazy. Big shot after big shot after big shot, y'all. We are here, and we are better than ever. Now, we are 1 full game back from the Miami Heat. But a game and a half above Atlanta, and Atlanta is the team that can potentially put us in the play-in. Losing to the Detroit Pistons in one of the last games of the season is something that I'm super upset about, but luckily nothing was made up from that. Out west, let's see what the matchup looks like out west. So we knew that these two teams were going to be bad. We knew that. The Utah Jazz also started to tank a little bit. We saw that. The Pelicans, with Zion coming back, wasn't enough. They were too deep into the hole. They missed it. The Portland Trail Blazers, too deep into the hole. They finished as the 11th. It's 3 games left for them. I mean, I guess technically there's a world where they can get in there, but the reality is they probably won't. So the play-in is going to consist of a combination of OKC, the Warriors, the Suns, who have Kevin Durant now and still couldn't put it all together, all right? The Lakers, who ended up getting all the way up to the 7th. And then technically the Kings could end up in the play-in these last couple games. Technically, the Timberwolves could end up in the play-in as well. So, like, a lot of stuff is happening. Out east, the battle for the 2 seed is real. Three teams are fighting for that last spot for the 2 seed. And that will be home court advantage, at least into the conference finals if you get there. So a lot of things are worth fighting for right now. I mean, if we stay at the 6th spot right here, it looks like we're going against the Bucks in the first round, which is a little bit scary. That's the one team I definitely don't want to go against in the first round. Next game, we're going against the Orlando Magic, and we win that one. And the Miami Heat also win their game. But we just got propelled up to the 5 seed with that one. Oh, so that means the Heat lost their game, actually, right? Okay, I guess I could technically go see this. Go to Daily View. The Heat lost a 3-point game to the Wizards. The Wizards just helped us out to the point where we might be the 5 seed, y'all. And we'd go against Philly in the first round, which is a lot better than going against the Bucks. Last game of the season is against Philly. They need this win potentially to get up to the 3 seed. We need this win to secure our spot in the 4 seed. So this is actually a really big game for a lot of different people. So let's see it. Simcast, again, we cannot jump in. We can jump in to watch potentially, I guess, but we cannot jump in to play. And it is a close one, man. It is a close one out here. But is it close enough? It looks like our guys are going to do the thing. They did not think that we could go out there and secure a spot after the Kevin Durant trade, and we didn't even fall into the play-in. That's legendary stuff from Jacques Vaughn and the guys. Luka ends up winning MVP, averaging about 35-7. What did I see that? 34.7, 9.6, and 9.1 with almost 2 steals per game. The Rookie of the Year goes to Paolo Banchero. Russell Westbrook wins Sixth Man of the Year. In my universe, I will void things. He is not the Sixth Man of the Year. I'm gonna give it. Actually, I'm not gonna change it because you can't sort by actual point per game averages. You can only do total points, which is very, very flawed. So Russell Westbrook, congratulations on Sixth Man of the Year. DPOY goes to Giannis, and then Alperen Sengun wins Most Improved. I will void this one. And I'm just going to say consistent and give it to Larry Markkinen, who probably will win it in real life, going up to 21 points per game. In real life, his numbers are better than that, but going up to 21 points per game. Joe Mazzulla wins Coach of the Year, and then Jacob Parks wins Executive of the Year. I'm assuming that this is, the same guy, the boss of Celtics, so shout out to him. So I guess that's technically Brad Stevens, right? All-NBA first team is Luka Doncic, John Morant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Jokic. Second team sees Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Trae Young, LeBron James, Julius Randle, and Joel Embiid. Third team sees Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brown, and Bam Adebayo. Defensive teams, I have to draw the line somewhere. I cannot, in my universe, have Luka Doncic be an all-defensive guard. I'm sorry. I don't even know who the first. Actually, we could do something stupid. It's just sorted by steals or something. It cannot be Luka Doncic in my universe. I'm sorry. I'm going to put Drew Holiday deserves an all-defensive team. Stop playing. So I'm going to give it to him. We got Nicholas Claxton making all-defensive first team as a center. Shout out to our guy. Anthony Edwards, DeAnthony Melton, Jimmy Butler, Evan Mobley, and Miles Turner rounds out the defensive teams. Rookie teams see Paolo, Jay Ivey, Jalen Duran, Walker Kessler, and Jabari Smith Jr. Then Benedict Mathurin ends up on the second team. I don't even know if I can void that. You can't. So that's something. Jalen Williams, Tari Eason, and Keegan Murray. But with that finish, we are the 5 seed, man. We're going against the Philadelphia 76ers in this round. I still haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do the playoffs this year, so any suggestions you have, I'll look at them in the comment section. I don't want the playoffs, one playoff round to be 7 episodes, you know what I'm saying? So any suggestions I'll at least be listening to. But we do have Heat versus Bucks. We do have Clippers versus Minnesota. Minnesota jumped all the way up to 5. The Lakers secure a real spot going against Memphis, who is the 3 seed. Dallas goes all the way up to the 2nd seed. Denver ends up as the 1 seed. And the play-ins is Atlanta versus New York and Toronto versus Chicago. And then we got the Kings, who fell all the way down. And then, oh my God, the Suns didn't even secure a real playoff spot, man. The Warriors and OKC are the other spot as well. Okay, I'm going to get through for sure the play-in. I'm just curious how it's going to go. The first game of the play-in sees the Suns advance to secure themselves a real playoff spot. So the Kings have one opportunity to actually make the playoffs. It's been 2,700 years since they made it, and in this universe, they might not even make it, bro. They might not even make it. Out east, we have Atlanta versus New York. And that game is won by the New York Knicks. Trae Young puts up 44 and 16. And DeJounte Murray had an efficient 27-7 and 6 game with 3 steals. But the defense was terrible. And they let Julius Randle, they let Manuel Quickley, they let RJ and Jalen Brunson all shoot super efficiently and all put up 20-plus points per. So the Knicks advance to be the 7th seed going against Cleveland. And then this Dallas-Phoenix series is going to be so interesting. Kyrie versus KD. OKC eliminates the Warriors. The defending champions fall in the play-in to Shai putting up a 50-point triple-double. Are we serious? A 50-point triple-double from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Bulls get eliminated too. The Bulls get eliminated. The Magic fans rejoice because they have another lottery pick. Zach LaVine ends up with 30. Alonzo Ball was back, but it didn't matter because, well, it wasn't even like nobody dominated on this side of the ball. They just did the things that they needed to do and won by 2. So the last play-in spots are between the Kings and OKC, and then between the Hawks and the Toronto Raptors. I should have probably been doing this along the way because I don't want it just to be about the Brooklyn Nets because that's our team. I wanted y'all to be experiencing the universe too. So simcasting and potentially jumping into some games that don't matter to us is going to be something I do. But the Kings do it. The Kings in the playoff drought. Shea tried to have another big game. He even had a Lou Dort performance, but ultimately the young team did not have enough. But I think everybody's extremely excited about what they could do next season. But the Kings do it, even with De'Aaron Fox fouling out and, not putting up a ton of shots. They did it, and they are in the playoffs. Next, we got Atlanta versus Toronto in Atlanta. Let's see which team prevails. The first half is all Toronto Raptors, and this whole game might be all Toronto Raptors. Toronto makes the actual playoffs. Trae Young tried it. DeJounte was all right, but it was Gary Trent Jr.'s 4 threes and some defense, I guess. And just like that, the playoffs are set, ladies and gentlemen. Sacramento, Denver, Clippers, Minnesota, Memphis, LA, Dallas versus the Suns, Boston versus Toronto, Philly versus Brooklyn, Milwaukee versus Miami, and Cleveland versus the New York Knicks. Hey, man, this is about to be amazing. I'm extremely, extremely excited about what could potentially happen in this universe. First playoff round of the series. I'll see y'all on Tuesday, man.